Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Ask Julie Ryan Show. It's where we blend spirituality and practicality to help you live a life of purpose and joy. We got a whole bunch of people calling in this evening, and Chris is on the main dashboard, and we've got a bunch of people joining us from the YouTube live stream, and we've got Samantha over there to help you that are joining on the live stream. Just if you're coming in through Ask Julie Ryan on YouTube, just put your first name, where you're located, and your question in the chat, and we'll be taking questions from there, and then also questions from people who have called in. First, though, we are giving away a full ride scholarship to my Angelic Attendant training in Atlanta, and that is the weekend of October 24th through the 26th. This includes the scholarship for the class. It includes airfare. It includes hotel. It includes all your meals. I mean, this is a heck of a gift. And I don't choose the person who wins. My graduates choose the person. They tell me who they choose. Excuse me. So here's how you apply for this. The submissions of applications are just for 2 weeks starting tonight, and they're due on August 21st. So just go to askjulieryan.com/class, and there's a form you fill out about why you want to attend the class. And then my graduates are going to go through all of them, and they're going to choose somebody. So it makes it a really fun process for them, and it's fun for me to see who ends up being the winner. And then you'll join us for the Angelic Attendant training in Atlanta. If you don't win the scholarship, you can come anyways. And this class is so much fun, you guys, that I'll have dozens of graduates that come in and join us to volunteer at their own expense. I don't pay them anything to come in. I don't pay any of their expenses. They just want to be there because the vibe is so high and the class is so much fun. And they're there to help the newbies, the new students too. So just go to askjulieryan.com/class if you want to submit your application for a free scholarship with all expenses paid. If you're coming in as a regular student, just go to askjulieryan.com/AAT. AskJulieRyan.com is where everything is. You can find it all there. So we'll keep you posted. Only 2 weeks. The submissions start tonight on the 7th of August, and we're done on the 21st. So send your application in. It's going to be fun. Okay, Chris, who we got with us tonight? Oh, we got somebody from the YouTube live stream. Hi, Julie. This is Hetal from Darwin, Australia. Hi, girl. Love your work. Can you please ask who's my spirit guide? And will I be able to become a psychic medium and healer? I want to be like you. Ah, you sweet thing. Absolutely. You're already a psychic medium and healer. You just don't know it. It's just a matter of developing and then enhancing your abilities, because we're all born with the ability, Hetal. It's just a matter of developing them. I just didn't have any skills that I knew of. I learned how to do all this stuff, and that's what I teach in my classes. So I'm going to connect into you, got you, raise my vibrational level, watch a laser beam come from my body here in Birmingham, Alabama in the US, goes down to you in Australia, guide you. All right, what's Hetal's spirit guide's name? And I heard Marcus, but it's spelled like Marquis, Marquis, but the spirit is pronouncing it Marcus, which is interesting. So Marcus spelled Marquis. Give him a talk. Just ask him a question, say something to Marcus, and he's going to respond. Spirits don't have a gender, but we equate a name with a gender, which is fine. They could care less. Whatever is easiest for us. Spirits don't care. So you just say, hey, Marcus, whatever, say something to him, ask a question, and he's going to answer you, and it's going to feel like a thought in your head. It's going to come in as fast as you can snap your fingers or before. And so, yeah, talk to him. The more you talk to him, the more you're going to get validation for the answers you receive, the more you're going to trust it. And then it's just second nature. And you have an amazing guidance counselor here in your spirit guide. Thanks, Hetal. I forgot to mention, I'm going to give away a free session a little bit later in the show, too. So you want to stay tuned and see if you're the winner of a free 1-hour session with me. And so we'll see who that winner is. It's always fun. Okay, let's see who's our next caller or somebody. Hi, Brenda.
Hi. Hi.
How are you, girl?
Um, I could do better, really.
Okay, where
Julie.
are you? Where are you?
I'm in Singapore.
Singapore. Okay. What time is it there?
It's about 8:07
PM or in the
a.m.
morning? AM.
Friday.
So it's Friday. Up
Yep.
Australia and then Singapore. We're talking to you guys real time in the future. I love it. Well, you got a question for me?
Yeah. So, since we last spoke, my condition has gotten a little bit worse. Um, um, my due to my kidney issues, my BP is sky high. I've not been able to sleep. I've got a big bald patch on my head.
Mm,
And I really want to know if how my kidneys are doing.
okay.
And yeah,
Okay, so fill everybody in who doesn't know what's going on with you. You have kidney disease?
um, I experienced kidney failure
Okay.
um, after getting the COVID jabs.
Okay.
Um, it's been heartbreaking, really.
Mhm.
Um, and it's tough to go for the dialysis sessions because every time I go, my blood pressure rises to about 190,
Oh boy.
and it did the same thing yesterday. And you know, it's really difficult to come home and sleep. It's pretty hard.
Mhm. Are you on the transplant list?
Um, Not right now.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, let's see if we can give you some new kidneys. How about that? We'll
Cool.
do that. Here we go. How this works for those of you that are first time joining us is I raise my vibrational level to the level of spirit because we're all spirits attached to a body having a human experience. I'm going to watch a laser beam come from my body here in Birmingham. It's going to hook into Brenda in Singapore. And then I'm going to have a hologram of her in my mind's eye. And I'm going to envision shooting energy from her feet up through the top of her head. And what we're going to do is we're going to look at your kidneys, Brenda, and if need be, we'll generate some new kidneys, remove the diseased ones, put the new ones in with stem cell. They'll be manufactured with stem cell energy. And so I'm going to describe it in detail. I want you to envision what I'm describing. Everybody listening, either now, currently, or in the future, I want you to envision what I'm describing as well. Because when we do that, we're all working together to help Brenda heal. It's similar to the power of prayer. The more people you have praying for something or meditating on something, the better the outcome. So we're going to do that. Now, the healing, Brenda, is going to happen on the energetic level. It's going to integrate into your body. That can happen instantly. It can take days, weeks, months, may need complementary care like what you're doing now and, other things that you can do to get well. But certainly the healing will have happened on the energetic level. It's being sent to you, and then it's your spirit's role to integrate the healing, because nobody heals anybody else ever. Your doctors don't ever heal anybody. No medical provider does. No healer like me. No shaman. It's just us sending you the healing that's happened on the energetic level, and then you integrate it. So here we go. Here comes my laser beam from Sweet Home, Alabama, heading out to you in Singapore. It's going to take a second or two to get there. It's heading really far west for me to head to you out there. All right, got you. Shooting energy from your feet up through the top of your head. All right, it looks to me like your right kidney is still functioning, although at a low level. Looks like your left kidney is the one that's struggling the most. Is that what your doctors have told you?
You're right, Julie.
Okay. All right. So let's work on the left kidney, because you only need one to really function properly. And since the right one's still working, we'll clean that one out, but let's replace the left one. Imagine there's a mold, Brenda, like a plastics mold or a jello mold or an ice cube tray mold, something like that. And it's in the shape of your left kidney. Imagine that there's stem cell energy going in there, Brenda. Stem cell energy is a light amber colored gel, has sparkles in it because it's woo woo. Gotta have sparkles to make it fun. And it reminds me of this watery hair gel when I was a kid called Dippity Doo, which, by the way, is still being sold today. So that's in the mold of the kidney. There's a vortex spinning above it, Brenda, and it's regenerating a new kidney. In the meantime, we're going to we're going to give the right kidney a tune up to help it work better. So imagine there's a spiral of energy happening. Think of the Milky Way galaxy, that kind of a spiral. And as I'm looking at you from behind, it's spinning in a clockwise direction. As it comes down on the right, underneath the bottom, and then up the left, it's throwing out this sludgy looking debris, which is dead cells and impurities and things that your kidneys haven't been able to clear. So it's doing that at the same time the left one's being regenerated. All right, it's done being the new one being generated. So imagine that the plumbing to your left kidney is being clamped off, Brenda. And imagine that the diseased kidney that's not working is being removed. It just looks black to me. The one on the right that's still functioning, although not at an optimal level, looks to me like it's gray, a dark gray, but it's not black. The one on the left that's not operating at all just looks totally black to me, like it's not functioning. We've removed that. The new one is pink and healthy that we've generated with stem cell energy. That's getting put in. And all of the stitching for the plumbing's happening. And then we're going to release the clamps here in a minute, and then we'll get it going. So what I'm watching in my mind's eye is this whole healing happening, which is kind of like a newfangled kidney transplant. We've got a new kidney for you. We're transplanting it into your body to make it function. Okay, upper clamps removed. That's working fine. Lower clamps removed. Got that. Ooh, by putting the new kidney in, Brenda, it helped light up the right kidney. It was like, an energy pack was put in, and it was helping. It just lit up the right kidney too. The new one is pink and healthy. It's working optimally. The one on the right is healing. So that's happening. I'm watching your kidneys be able to filter the toxins and impurities now. So got that going. In the meantime, what I want to do is what I'm being led to do. As I'm working on you, I get not only these visuals, but I get what I call divine downloads, Brenda, into my head of spirit working through me and with me to help you heal yourself. And what I got was to do a heavy metal detox on you. And so imagine there are two big U-shaped magnets on either side of you, and they're joined in the middle. They're going up and down your body, and they're pulling out metallic particulates. Those look like little sparkly and dull pieces of glitter. They can look like a little nanofiber of a steel wool pad used in the kitchen to scrub pots and pans. Those are being removed. Those magnets go up and down your body, turn a quarter of a turn till they've made a full revolution around your whole body. Now what we're doing is we're gonna work on your lymph fluid. Imagine that there's a big oval tube that's vertical inside of your body, all your lymph fluids in there. It's kind of an amber color. It's kind of globby. Think of the fluid inside a lava lamp, how it's kind of globby. And there's a hole that's open on the bottom of each of your feet, Brenda. So as that lymph fluid's spinning, the toxins are coming out the bottom of your feet. Now there's a big metal dome that's been lowered on top of your body as it pulls off of the top of your body. It's removing lymph nodes that have sequestered toxins as well. They look like little D3 vitamin capsules to me. And when they've sequestered toxins, which is what they're supposed to do, they can look brown or black. Being sprinkled with more stem cell energy, vortices now above your head, beneath your feet, on either side, front and behind, all spinning concurrently. And those are regenerating new lymph nodes. So hopefully that will help you and help your kidneys heal and help you get through this time. Always remember the body has the capacity to heal everything and anything. So keep that in mind as you go forward.
Thank you so much, Julie.
You are most
It's
welcome.
the best birthday present I've ever had.
Oh, is today your birthday?
It's coming up. It's coming up.
Well, happy birthday early. Keep us posted on how you're doing.
Thank you, Julie. I will.
You're
You have a good
welcome.
day.
You too.
Bye.
Bye-bye. All right, we're at AskJulieRyanShow.com if you wanna have a conversation with me. If you're joining us on the YouTube live stream, we're at Ask Julie Ryan. Samantha's over there helping people. Just put your first name and where you're located in the chat and your question, and we'll be taking all kinds of questions from there too. Remember to subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts, on YouTube. We're on all the networks. So, and by the way, we have 5 YouTube channels. We've got English, Spanish, Portuguese, French, and German. So if you have family or friends that speak one of those languages and you think it'd be easier for them to listen and watch the show in their native language, please share that with them. And I get great comments from people who are saying, "Thank you so much for doing your show in German," because it helps me envision things better and helps me understand what's going on the show. So it's my delight to help. Okay, Chris, who do we have next? Hi, Charlie. Is Charlesy.
It's tricky.
Charlesy.
Yeah, Charlesy.
Charlesy. Hi,
Yeah.
Charlesy. Where are
Hi,
you,
so nice
girl?
to talk to you.
Where are
I'm
you?
in I'm in Ennismore, Ontario, Canada.
Okay, great. And did you submit a blog not too long ago that I
Yeah.
answered? Yeah, that's what I thought. I
Yeah.
recognized your name. Yes,
Yeah.
because it's
Oh,
so interesting. I don't know that I've ever seen it before.
thanks. I think it's actually my parents tell me it's the announcer from the Kentucky Derby was named Charlesy, and so they named me after her. So it's from the
Oh.
States, I guess. Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. By the
Uh,
way, thanks for submitting that question online. That's just another way, you guys, that I can answer questions for free for you. Submit a question just at AskJulieRyan.com, and like Charlesy, we choose one every week and I answer it. And remind everybody what yours was about. I forget.
Yeah, so my daughter, she's 5 years old
Mhm.
and she has a rare condition. It's a vascular condition called CMTC,
That's
and
right.
it's called atrophy and like a leg length discrepancy. So
Mhm.
it's quite significant. One of her legs is 3 to 4 centimeters shorter than the other. And
Uh-huh.
doctors say it won't self correct. So we're just trying to avoid surgery, invasive surgery. And I'm wondering if there's anything or possible healing or any guidance that you have as we navigate this.
Well, I
Um,
already answered you in my blog. Did you see the answer?
oh, no,
I
it's
believe
funny.
it
I
was
saw that
last
the other
week.
day.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I'll have to
It's
go
already
check.
done. It's already done,
Oh,
girl. It's been
okay,
done, like,
okay,
2 weeks ago. Yeah, yeah.
okay.
What I
I'm
the healing, what I saw was first of all, everything's healable, what I was just telling
yeah.
Brenda. And what I saw was I saw that her femur was elongated, and then I saw that the vascular system, it was interesting, I hadn't seen this before, but the vascular system was, it was like this expandable fabric was put in it so that it would expand as she grew. And so
Okay.
now the healing's already happened. Just go to
Oh,
askjulieryan.com
that
and
okay.
go to the blog page and you'll see it. It's there.
Okay. Thank you so much. And
You are
so
welcome.
um, would you suggest like a follow-up? Because I see you do 1 hour follow-ups, or do you think she's good now?
Well, that's what I said in the blog. I said, I don't know it's necessary, but certainly, I'm always thrilled to get you for an hour and get it.
Oh,
She doesn't need to be with us for us to work on her, and we can do a
okay.
deep dive on that. And then I have 5 graduates that work with me as well. And
Okay.
usually you can get in to see them very quickly, and they're a lot less expensive than I am.
Oh,
So,
okay. Well,
either one of my graduates or me. Yeah,
yeah.
we'd be delighted to talk to you, but the healing's already happened to her about 10 days
Oh,
ago.
thank you
Yeah.
so much for taking the time to answer it. I can't wait to go and read.
Yeah,
And can I
yeah,
ask one more thing?
sure.
The doctors want to keep doing, we haven't started yet, but x-rays over and over just to monitor things. And I'm quite
Mhm.
nervous because they don't do shielding or anything because they say it's, a pediatric machine and shielding can cause more radiation. And I'm just wondering if there's anything that I could do to help protect her from that.
I answered that in the blog as well.
Okay. Well,
So so
I hope
the answer is that an apron, make them put an apron on top of her, one of those lead aprons. And
yeah.
if they say, "Well, it doesn't have any effect," go, "Yeah, but I still want you to do it." Require
Okay.
them to do it. And
Okay.
and I got from spirit that that's gonna be fine if they put the lead apron over. Funny story, I broke my foot in a car accident probably a dozen years ago or something, and they were X-raying my foot every time I went in to get checked, and I said, "I need the lead apron," and the girl the little X-ray tech said, um, "Are you pregnant?" And I was like, in my 50s. I said, "Do I look like I could be pregnant?" And she said, "No." And she said, "Okay, well, we usually don't do it unless women are of childbearing age." I said, thanks for your comments. Bring the apron
Yeah.
over, please." There's no way. When I get my dental X-rays, if I'm getting an X-ray on my body, absolutely, I require it. And she
Yeah.
just kinda, she just did it. I'm sure she was thinking this woman's a pain in the butt, but I didn't care. You know,
No.
I still have
No.
vital organs even though I'm not popping out babies anymore. So,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, just require them to put an apron on,
Okay.
and before you
Okay.
schedule any X-rays, call into the hospital or the X-ray center and say, "You guys have lead aprons?" And,
Okay.
if they don't, find someplace else to go to get the
Okay.
X-ray. Yeah.
Okay.
By the way, my blogs are sent out on, Thursday mornings via
Okay.
email. The blog that we choose, and then my answer is sent out every Thursday morning. So be sure and whitelist askjulieryan.com or look in your spam folder.
I'm gonna look because
And
it must be on there.
and it's a reminder, "Hey, we're doing the show. Call in, come in on the YouTube live stream." And it's just a reminder, and it's just got links for asking questions and all kinds of
Yeah.
good stuff. Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for your time.
You're
I really
welcome.
appreciate
She's gonna have a wonderful life. She's gonna be just
Oh,
fine.
okay. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Bye, Charlesy. Well, that's fun. That's such an interesting name. I hadn't heard it before. That's how I figured she might have been the one that submitted the question that was chosen last week. So AskJulieRyan.com, if you've got a question, you'll see on the homepage, it just says Ask Julie a question, and ask me a question. And then I choose one every week and answer it. And then that comes out Thursday morning, along with a reminder that, hey, it's Thursday, call into the show, call in with your questions, all of that. So AskJulieRyanShow.com if you want to have a conversation with me. We're at Ask Julie Ryan on the YouTube live stream. Put your first name, where you're located, and your question in the chat, and I'll be taking questions and answering them from there as well. Remember to stay tuned, because in a few minutes we're going to announce the winner of a free session with me. And if you want to be considered for a free session, I give away a free session and a free class every month, you guys. And if you want to be considered, just leave a comment, leave a review anywhere you listen to the show or on YouTube. Remember to subscribe, and then you'll know when a new show is posted. We do 4 a week. We release 4 a week. 3 of them are interviews. And then, of course, the Thursday night live show, which is always fun. But our interviews are great, too. We have amazing guests, and they're fascinating. And most of them combine woo-woo and science, or they're mediums, or they're healers, or they're NDEers, or just a multitude of different people. Pet psychics. We got just a plethora of people that we get to talk to on the show. So just Ask Julie Ryan on all the podcast networks, Ask Julie Ryan on the YouTube. So let's see who's next. Okay, we've got somebody from the live stream on YouTube. Hi, Julie. This is Mary. My 82-year-old mother is getting really weak. I wonder if you could scan her and see if she's in one of the 12 angelic phases of dying. I'm in Salt Lake City, Utah, and her name is Joyce. Okay, Miss Mary, I'm so sorry to hear that about your mother. What Mary's talking about is, when we're dying, everybody goes through what I call the 12 phases of transition. And I talk about this in my book, Angelic, Attendant, what really happens as we transition from this life into the next. And it's about how we're surrounded by angels and the spirits of deceased loved ones and pets. And it has graphics in it of how the angels and our loved ones' spirits are positioned. By the way, Mary, university-based research shows that 90% of people, as they're dying, see the spirits of deceased loved ones and pets within about 6 months before they pass. So I'm sure your mom is seeing people. So here we go. I'm going to hook into you, and then from you, I'm going to go to your mom, Joyce. So here comes my laser beam from Sweet Home, Alabama, out to Salt Lake. Got you. Going to your mom. Your mom's in phase 7 of the 12 phases of transition, which means she's surrounded by angels. She's surrounded also by deceased loved one spirits and the pet spirits. There are 3 questions that I always ask somebody if they're in the phases of transition. So let's ask those to your mama. Joyce, are you ready to go? She's saying, no, not yet. Are you in pain? She's saying yes. It's intermittent and it gets more intense at times. And then last question is, what do you need to say goodbye to my family? So if you have family members that haven't been in to see her lately, or if you have family members from out of town, perhaps, you may want to ask them to come in or talk to them via FaceTime or Skype or Zoom or something along those lines, just to let your mom be able to say goodbye. When somebody is in the phases of transition, Mary, it's like for me to look at their inside their body and do a healing. It's like I'm looking at an x-ray in a pitch black room with no electricity. So I don't do healings when somebody is in the phases. Death is the healing oftentimes. And at 92, I'm sure she's lived a wonderful life, and she's getting ready to just want to go to heaven and be with her loved ones in spirit. So I just ask my 3 questions. I don't I don't try and do healings on people. And I've been doing this for a long time, decades, and I've never ever had spirit work through me to help somebody heal that's in the phases of transition. It's more about helping them and their family members get through this time. You want to look for the little miracles that are along the way. And if you haven't read my book, Angelic Attendants, anybody that wants a free copy, just go to julieryangift.com, julieryangift.com. You can also get it on my website. You can buy the paperback if you want, but we'll send you a free digital and audiobook download. And it's also in Spanish on that link. So julieryangift.com is where you want to get it. So Mary, I hope it comforts you. I hope it gives you peace, and I hope it helps you and your family members. Thanks for your question. Okay, let's see who's next. AskJulieRyanShow.com if you want to have a conversation with me. We're at Ask Julie Ryan on the YouTube live stream. Just put your first name and where you're located in the chat, and I'll be taking questions from there as well. This is always fun. Thursday nights are always so much fun because I never know who's going to call. I never know which question's going to be. I never know what Spirit's going to say. So I feel like it's a big crapshoot every Thursday night. Makes it fun. And we're supposed to have fun when we're doing woo-woo, you guys, because Spirit is pure love and joy. And that's a high frequency. It's a high vibrational level. And that's where the healing happens. It is at a high vibrational level. So let's see who Chris has lined up next. Hi, Sahara.
This is actually Sahara
No,
here,
this
but
is Hi, Sahara. I was thinking a guy named Sahara. That's cool.
yeah,
Yeah.
my name's
What's
Matt.
your name? Hi, Matt.
Matt. Hi.
Matt,
Thanks
M-A-T-T,
for talking to me. Yes.
like Matthew.
Yes, like Matthew.
Hi,
Yeah,
Matthew. Where
Matthew.
are you? Where are you?
We're in Bozeman, Montana.
You had to think about that.
Yeah, I almost said Boulder, Colorado.
Is
But,
that where you
no,
live most of the time?
that's where I lived once upon a time. I'm
I
about to move again to Northern California.
Oh, good. Great. How
Yeah.
may I help you?
Yeah. Well, I've been dealing with some real severe chronic muscle pain for about 8 years.
Okay.
Some of it seems to have been slowly developing throughout my life, but it's really kind of, and maybe there were some events tied to it, but it's been really hard. It's really altered my entire life and my physical capabilities. There's been a lot of emotional trauma that I've been kind of uncovering as of late, that I think is connected to that, and seems to be like some energy trapped in kind of my lower chakras of some sort. But really, there's just a lot of pain in my groins, in my hips, like my upper glute and hips areas, and then like all around my shoulder blades, my posterior shoulders, particularly a point right like on the left side behind my heart. So there are these kind of really severe tender points, and no doctors have ever been able to give me any solution other than physical therapy, and nothing has really worked. Yeah, and I'm not sure what the solution is there,
Okay.
or
And
what steps
are,
I could be taking.
are you a former athlete?
I was, and I did some really severely strenuous physical activity for about a year, which I knew I was pushing myself, and it's those muscle groups that I think I affected by putting so much stress on my body. So I don't know if it's permanent damage or if it's something that can heal as energy clears.
Everything's healable. Everything. I've seen
But
amazing miracles in the 30 years I've been doing this stuff. I mean, 10, less than 10 as a career, but oh my God, Matt, the stuff that I've seen, well, are just, and there are times when I see things that are just absolutely miraculous healings. And the more I do this work, the more I see that happen. And I think the most important thing to remember is that the body has the capacity to heal absolutely anything and everything. The body is just a miracle. And if we get out of the way and let it do its thing, a lot of the time, it will amaze us in ways that we haven't even imagined. So let me get you on my radar and we'll see what's going on. So here comes my laser beam from Sweet Home, Alabama, out to you in Montana. All right, got you. Sahara, picture what I'm describing, because we're going to be ganging up on him. Everybody else listening, again, picture what I describe in all of these healings. All right, got you. Shooting energy from your feet up through the top of your head. You've got muscle atrophy going on. The muscles look like they're atrophying. They look like they're not robust. They look dehydrated. They look like they're getting thinner. So what we're going to do is we're going to just pull your whole muscular system out of your body, out of the top of your head. Imagine it looks like a rag doll almost. All right. And imagine the whole thing. Like if you look at an anatomy book and you see the whole muscular framework, that's all coming out the top of your head, Matt. It's going into a big vat of stem cell energy. Think of one of those dunking tanks at the fair that perhaps you'd have a coach on it and you throw a baseball and, if you hit the target, the coach would get dunked into the pool of water. It's one of those great big huge dunking tanks. And this is interesting because as your muscular system, I'm going to call it, goes into the tank, usually I'll see it with a skeleton. And of course the skeleton is firm, but this is not. So it's, it's going into the stem cell energy like I'm putting a towel or a pair of pantyhose or something, in a pool of fluid. Wild. I haven't seen this before. So really fun. I get to see new healings all the time, and it appeals to the inventor brain in my head. All right. So sorry about all my enthusiasm with this. I love it when I get to see new things. All right. So pulling it back out and then putting it back in your body through the top of your head. There's a vortex spinning above your head, beneath your feet, on either side of you, front and behind, all spinning concurrently. And what I'm watching is your muscles. It's like they're being inflated. It's like you were, your muscles look like a wilting plant that needed to be watered. Once it was watered, they came back, the plant then goes back to life and looks viable. That's what I'm watching happening. Arnold would say, we're going to pump you up. It's from a old Saturday Night Live skit, I think, something like that. All right. So I'm watching that happen. And I'm watching, there are pressure points that you described before, and they look like little red LED lights that are blinking. So what I'm watching with those is I'm watching anti-inflammatory energy, Matt, a royal blue color, get put on all of those hot spots, I'm calling them, to get those calmed down. When you were telling me about this originally, I heard diet. What do you like to eat? What are you eating? How's your diet?
It's been pretty like protein and meat and dairy heavy and
Okay.
carbs.
And carbs.
Yeah, fats, proteins, and carbs mostly.
Okay, good carbs, or like you eating Doritos? What
Yeah,
do you eat for carbs?
no, I generally try to cook like rice,
Okay.
potatoes, meat,
Okay.
probably
I'm
more vegetables.
getting go strict keto for you, is what I'm hearing from spirit. Cut out the dairy, go carnivore almost, carnivore, keto. Do it for 3 months, your body's going to reset. And you're going to heal from all of this. So the healings happened on the energetic level. It's going to integrate into your body, and you can help it integrate by going keto / carnivore. Good fats and get rid of the dairy. A little bit of broccoli now and again is okay, but primarily, eggs, meat, protein, good sources of protein, and your body's going to reset and it'll heal.
Thank you so much.
You're most welcome. Tell your mama
Look
bye.
forward to hearing-
Can I get in here for, can we do a double here?
You know what? I'd prefer that you call in another time because I've got a bunch more people waiting. So if you'd call in another time, I'd be delighted to work with you.
Okay,
That would be
thank you.
great. Thanks, Sahara. Bye-bye.
Thanks
Bye,
so much.
Matt.
Bye.
Okay, you bet. All right, AskJulieRyanShow.com. If you want to have a
That's it.
conversation with me, we're at Ask Julie Ryan on the YouTube live stream. Put your first name and where you're located in the questions in the chat and your question in the chat. And we'll be taking some more from there. Remember to subscribe. Remember, everything you need is at AskJulieRyan.com. We do this show every Thursday night at 8 Eastern, 7 Central, and 5 Pacific. And if we're not going to do a live show, we'll announce that on all of the social media feeds. Everything's at Ask Julie Ryan. So follow me on Instagram, on YouTube, on TikTok, on all over, or Facebook, Instagram, all those places. Everything's at Ask Julie Ryan. That's how we communicate with everybody. Hey, live show tonight. We'll post that on Thursday mornings. If we're not doing a live show, we'll post that too. So, to call in next week instead. That's pretty rare that I don't do a live show. Okay, let's see who's next. Chris, who do you have for us? Hi, Alita.
Hi. How you doing? I appreciate you so much.
Terrific. Where are you?
I'm in Tucson, Arizona.
Okay, terrific. How may I help you?
I'm calling in for my husband. He's had an inflammation area around his groin area for over 7 months.
Oh, boy.
So I don't know if I do a scan or a healing for him.
Yeah, what's his name?
Bill?
Bill. Does Bill know we're going to be working on him?
Yes.
Okay. So, we're going to be looking at his. I interviewed a British doctor for the show a couple days ago, and she calls testicles bits. She goes, I'm looking at my patient's bits. I was laughing so hard. So, we're going to be looking at Bill's bits here.
Okay. And what's
going
next
on.
to it, too? No.
Yeah. And what's next to his bits?
What's in between the bits?
Yeah. When you say he's had problems, is it a rash? Is it pain? What are his symptoms?
It's like an inflammation, and it hurts when it gets rubbed on with his shorts or something. Like if his pants or shorts rub on it, it gets hurt.
Okay.
Like it's actually at the end of his penis, but it's like a little red, dime-sized redness.
Okay.
It's not
All right.
really a rash, but it's just red.
It's irritation.
Yeah, he's had, sepsis and then a TERP procedure, but then that healed pretty much. But this is just after he's been on antibiotics for over 5 months. Then he started getting the rash.
Okay. Yeah, it's yeast overgrowth. I can tell you already. I can tell you before I even get him on my radar. I'm gonna get him on my radar here in a second, but he's got candida yeast overgrowth. Is what's happening. Candida yeast overgrowth from the antibiotic use. It's messed up his gut. So here we go. I'm going to connect into you and from you to Bill. Going over to Arizona. Got you. All right, going from you to him. Bill, may I have your permission to scan you? He's saying, yes, yes. Okay, good. Good job setting that up, girl. All right, shooting it. Yeah, he's full of yeast. He's full of yeast overgrowth. So what I'm doing is I'm clearing that out. You want to have his doctor call in a prescription for nystatin, Nystatin, nystatin. It's an antifungal that kills yeast on contact. He's got a systemic yeast infection from antibiotic use. And a lot of people will say, well, I take probiotics, and that's good that you take probiotics, but they're a waste of time when you have yeast overgrowth. It's like throwing grass seed on a field of weeds. They're going to be choked out. So he needs an antifungal. I get for a
Is that
minimum of 6 weeks.
okay? Is that oral?
Yes, it's tablets.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Yeah.
tablets. Okay.
Yeah. And it should be about a $5 copay at the pharmacy for
Okay.
you. Yeah. So that's what's going on. He'll be fine. He just needs an antifungal. His gut's messed up from the
So how long do you
antibiotics.
think it will take for him to get better, you think?
I get 6 weeks.
Oh, for him to get better? Okay.
6 weeks for him to be on the nystatin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So have him talk to his doctor, say, hey, my gut's messed up from all the antibiotics. I need an antifungal, and recommend nystatin. I hope that
Okay.
helps. He'll be fine.
All right. I appreciate you. Thank
Yeah,
you so
okay,
much.
you
You're the
too.
best. All right.
Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.
All right, Chris, let's talk about who won the free session with me. Again, if you want to be considered, oh, okay, I'm going to read it first because he's already got those drums going here. This is somebody, and then I'll talk about how you do this in a minute. This is somebody named Minnie Gill 9240. Minnie Gill 9240. She says, I'm saying it's a she. I'm assuming it's a she. Spirit's telling me it's a she. She's a she. OMG! Exclamation point. I believe I'm getting better at this stuff. I always close my eyes when you do a scan and see where the issue might be exactly in the body of the caller. Today, I got all those placed, which you mentioned, meaning left side of the back, left leg of the first caller, etc. Thank you, Julie. I'm kind of learning energy healing as I watch your show. Your energy is amazing and you make everything so fun. All right, Minnie Gill 9240, you have won a free session with me for an hour. It's valued at $750. And we can talk about anything and everything that you want in that hour because, I am a buffet of psychicness. So we can do medical stuff. We can talk to deceased loved ones. I can scan your pet. We can do past life stuff. We can tell how close to death somebody is. We can talk to your spirit guides and angels. We can do all of the above and more, depending on what we get to in our hour together. So just go to AskJulieRyan.com. On the homepage, Minnie Gill, you'll see Ask Julie. That's going to get to us. Just say, hey, I won the free session with Julie. And then my assistant, Rachel, will coordinate our calendars. So I'll get you all to myself for a whole hour, which I look forward to. And if you want to be considered for this drawing, again, we do it every month, then just leave a review wherever you watch the show or wherever you listen to the show. Let us know what you like about the show, and you might be chosen for a free session. Remember, I have 5 graduates that work with me. They're way less expensive than I am. You can get in to see them way sooner, usually within a matter of days or a week. And they're just wonderful. They're all handpicked by me too. So between the 6 of us, we're trying to help as many people as we can in private sessions too, in addition to the show and the blog and the, all the other stuff. I'm always trying to think of easy, either free or inexpensive ways to get your questions answered. So Minnie Gill, congratulations. Looking forward to talking with you. Okay, Chris, we got another caller. Judy Ann. Hi, Judy Ann. She's from Virginia. My daughter's just gone through her 4th egg retrieval trying for a baby. Could you connect with her? Her name's Brianna. Absolutely. All right. That's always a fun question. Here we go. I'm going to connect into you, Judy Ann. Is she in Virginia with you? I mean, I'll find her whether she is or not, but if you could put that in the chat, and Samantha, if you could put that up just so we all know. Here we go. Here comes my laser beam from Sweet Home, Alabama, heading to you in Virginia. Got you going to Brianna. All right, got Brianna. She's got 2 babies' energies over her right shoulder. They look like orbs, little orbs. And think of an orb that you'd see in a photograph. And she's got 2 of them. They're not multiples, they're spaced out. So those are baby spirits that haven't been conceived yet. They hang on to the mom's energy field, sometimes years before they're ever conceived. It's really sweet. The other thing that's important to note is adopted baby spirits attached to the adopted mom's energy field before they're born as well. They'll use a birth mom as a portal to get in, and they're attached to her energy field, but they're attached to the adopted mom's energy field as well. So I think that you're going to be a grandmother, and I think she's going to be a mama based on what I'm seeing. So I work with fertility cases all the time. I work with many, many women, rarely men. It's mostly women who are wanting to conceive. And I have watched whole new ovaries get generated. And I have 2 clients so far that spirit regenerated ovaries. They have all their own eggs in these new ovaries. You guys, it's wild. And the eggs inside the ovaries look like blonde caviar to me. And they have tons of eggs then. And I have 2 clients so far that have their babies after we gave them new ovaries. They got pregnant and delivered full term, healthy, wonderful babies. So everything's healable. Absolutely everything. You hear me say that all the time, and I mean it. It's really true. So good luck. I hope Brianna conceives soon and gives you a grandbaby. Thanks for your question. That's always fun. One of my dear friends who lives in Ireland has a new grandbaby boy. Her name's Rosaline. She's a graduate of my class too. And so I was texting with her last night. Actually, it was last night my time. It was like all through the night with her. And it's so much fun, so much joy when a new baby is coming. So, Rosaline and family, congratulations. What a delight to be part of that whole process with you. Okay, Chris, I think we have time for another caller. Hi, Avetta.
Hi, Julie.
How are you,
This
girl?
was unexpected a little bit because I was trying to subscribe and to get in queue and so forth.
Okay, get in front of the camera so we can see you. We can just see your right arm.
Well, I'm trying to also to show you my mom because
Okay.
it's about her.
Okay.
We had an appointment in at the end of January, I believe.
Okay.
You scanned her and you told me that she's in phase 3.
Okay.
And I would like you to scan her again because I did go through blood transfusions, but I decided you told me that she's ready.
Okay.
But could you please scan her again?
Sure. Tell me your mom's name.
And
what's your mom's name again?
Raina Ignatova.
Okay, Raina. That's right. Okay. So we can see you. That's fine. I don't need to see your mom because I'm going to connect into you and then we'll go.
No,
there
but
she is.
that's her.
Yeah. Okay. So let's look at you and then just hold the camera still, if you would, please. So we need to see you. I can just see your arm. There you go. Much better. Okay. All right. So got you. Tell everybody where you are, please. Where you located?
Boston area, Natick,
Boston.
Massachusetts.
Right. Okay. Here we go. Here comes my laser beam. Heading up to you, hooked into you. All right. Going to your mama. She's in phase 9 now of the 12 phases of transition. Let's ask her, are you ready to go? She's saying absolutely. Are you in pain? No. What do you need? Just for God to take me, is what she's saying. So She's surrounded by angels. The horseshoe that was originally a circle around her has opened into a horseshoe. It's very wide. Soon it will be in a straight line across the foot of the bed. And she's ready to go. How are you holding up with all this?
Uh,
I know you're exhausted.
I don't know. Yeah, I haven't been sleeping much for the last month
Yeah.
because, and I have my own pains and aches and all kinds of things, but
Yeah.
I'm doing my best to help as much as I can and to say goodbye. I mean, it's
Yeah. I
hard.
know it's so
Really
hard.
not to-
Do you have hospice involved?
I do. I started the hospice like 2 weeks ago.
Good.
When I
Good.
stopped the transfusions,
Uh-huh.
I started the hospice, and today is it possible to scan and see why she had the high fever today? She had like almost 39 degrees Celsius.
It's because her brain is shutting down. That's very common at the end of life. Talk to your hospice nurses about that.
They
Where
told me, but I thought
Yeah.
might be some infection going on because she was
It's
no.
the brain shutting down. The same thing happened with my mother. She spiked a temp near the end, and I was talking to the nurses about that, and they said, "No, that as the body is shutting down, that the thermostat in the brain doesn't work well, and it just the body can't regulate temperature." So, that's what I'm getting is it's all part of her body shutting down to go to heaven, for her spirit to go to heaven. And I know this has been a long, drawn out process for you. So I am sending you the biggest hug ever because I know you've been going through this for a long time with your mom.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you.
you are so welcome. And you've read Angelic Attendants, right? So you
Yes, I
know
read
what's
it.
going to happen.
I read it before. That's how I found you and I called you.
Yeah. So anybody that wants a free copy, julieryangift.com. This should be taught in the schools. This is what happens as we're transitioning, and it just gives you so much information and so much comfort. And I always feel like the Lady of Liberty statue when somebody's dying, especially if it's a loved one of mine, because I feel like I'm my heart is breaking on one side, and on the other side I'm watching this glorious transition with angels and loved ones and pet spirits. And so it really helps balance the heartbreak of losing a loved one. And for heaven's sakes, we're all going to be there ourselves one day. And most of us are afraid of what's going to happen as we're dying. There's lots of information about afterlife experiences and near death experiences and those kinds of things, but not so much information about what happens as we're dying. And that's what this book does. So go to
Yeah, I'm really,
julieryangift.com if you want a free digital and audiobook download. It's
I'm
available
really
in Spanish.
grateful to you.
You
I'm
what?
really grateful for this book and for all the information. I do have a lot of information. I do believe in rebirth and uh, life after life, the real
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
We, most of the
And,
time we're sleeping here, but
well, and her spirit's going to be around you when it goes to heaven as well. And you can talk to her. You just say something to her. She's going to answer you in your head. And so she's going to be, you two have been together a long time. I remember from when we did our private
yeah,
consult, and you've been taking care of her for a long, long, long time. And,
exactly.
and I know you guys have been joined at the hip. So just know that she's going to be in spirit form, and she's going to be able to help you a lot from heaven because she's going to have access to all kinds of special powers. So ask her to be your advocate from heaven and to communicate with you once she
Oh,
goes to heaven. She will.
be without even asking her. I know she will be.
Yeah.
Julie, is it possible to say approximately how much time we have together?
No,
No.
there really isn't, because it's all everybody's spirit's choice. It's your mama's spirit's choice. She's going to go when she's ready, and she's going to go when she thinks you're ready. So be sure and tell her that it's okay for her to go, because so many people hang on until their loved ones say, okay, I'm going to be fine. And you just watch over me from heaven and be there for me. So yeah, just be sure and tell her that you're okay if she goes.
Okay.
Okay.
Julie.
All righty. Sending you a big hug. Mwah. Oh,
Thank you.
it's so hard. I've been there on more than one occasion, and with a family member where we've taken them off the ventilator, and it's just agonizing. So the Angelic Attendant's 12 phases of transition, really, you guys, if you go to AskJulieRyan.com and you go to my Phases of Transition page, you'll see that there's a chart with illustrations of all the different phases. If you have a loved one at the end of their lives, just download that chart, or for any reason, if you're just interested in it, download it, save it on your phone in the photographs, and then you just ask, what phase is my mom in, what phase is my whoever in, and you'll hear a number in your head. It's that first thing that comes in, fast as you can snap your fingers, and then refer to the chart. And if you see that they're progressing through phase like 6, 7, 8 in rapid succession over a few days even, then you want to get the family in there if there are loved ones who want to have the opportunity to say goodbye before the person leaves. No guarantees. It can happen quickly. It can happen over a prolonged period of time. Remember, time doesn't exist in the spirit world. Time's a human creation, and that everybody goes through the 12 phases of transition, regardless of if they die instantly, like in a homicide or suicide, or if they die over a prolonged period of time. It's all the same thing. So AskJulieRyan.com, go to the 12 phases page. You'll see that downloadable chart. Just download it and save it on your phone. And then the JulieRyanGift.com for a free digital and audiobook copy of the book. Share it with any family and friends that you feel led to do that. I give away thousands of these a year because I think this information is so important and just want to get it out to help people. All right. Well, that was fun. It went fast, as always. And I hope you have a wonderful weekend, a terrific week next week. Sending you lots of love from Sweet Home, Alabama. Mwah! I'll see you next week. Bye, everybody. To enhance your spiritual journey, click on one of the videos below, and remember to subscribe, leave a comment, and share this episode with your family and friends.